gentlemen, this is Steve Butler for Access 8 Television. You'll have to pardon that beginning segment there where we didn't have our audio quite working. Seems that one of the ambitious fans here accidentally tripped over our cord, and we weren't aware of that until we did a check as the game was started. Keep in mind now this evening we are here at a benefit softball game. WDLC WTSX has challenged the Tri-State Gazette in a softball game this evening. We're out here in Madam Morris at the Airport Park, a lovely evening. It's Friday night, August 18th, August 19th. Score right now is 1-0. WDLC WTSX. Please stay tuned.
Joe, what's that, a 3-0? Brian, what is it, 3 runs or 4 runs?
That ends the top half of the first inning. Scores 1-0 in favor of WDLC WTSX, and the Tri-State Gazette is coming to bat.
Start it off, Ollie. Go, Ollie! Hey, yeah! Oh, baby, what it is! The big ass! Skippy! The big ass! Skippy, what's happening? The moral support! The moral support! We're here, baby. We're here for you. Listen, you want to hit them over the head? Yeah, wait.
Watching some of the infield practice here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, ladies and gentlemen, these two groups have gotten together tonight as part of a benefit. That was a great shot. And the benefit is for Chris Morgan, a local fella here who's suffering from Hodgkin's disease. And it's awful nice to see that Chris has a whole lot of friends in the community, and that not only are the stands full tonight, but as you can see, there's been quite a number of ball players from both squads that have turned out for this. We're awful glad they're here for a very good cause. So stay with us. We're going to try to bring you most of the game. They should be turning the lights on soon, so we'll be getting a little bit better video. We're now shooting Paul Lester, the pitcher for WDLC WTSX. And we hope you'll be able to pick up Bob Ween over the PA system.
To play third base for them.
What's the shortstop for the Gazette? What was he going to play for the front? Go, Ollie. Come on, fight. More Gazette groupies to root them on. Yeah. Go, Ollie. Come on, Ollie. Ow. We're Gazette fans. Yeah. Whoa.
Long fly picked up there out in the outfield.
Coming up, the sports editor. He didn't even notice that I said the Bruins for Boston last time in third base. What kind of a sports editor is this?
Come on, coach.
Hearing the strong bat, as well he should, Paul Lester brushes back Barry Lewis. A test of wills, lightning fastballs.
Yeah, Barry,
Out at first. That's 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
Coming up is Pete Brito.
This is our first attempt at covering a live softball game, ladies and gentlemen, and we are only using 1 camera. Most of the big-time ball games that you'd see probably use 6 to 7 cameras. So it might be a little jumpy trying to get all the coverage,
Ducks for his life.
but we'll try to make it as smooth as possible. Great evening here, ladies and gentlemen, at Airport Park in Matamoros.
Mayor, could you check that ball and make sure Paul Lester isn't using spitballs?
It's Mayor Joe Riccardi behind the plate, umpiring tonight's game. And Paul Lester on the mound for the Radio Rockets. And he's called out at first. Have to go back for a videotape slow-mo on that one. That ends the first inning with the score 1-0 in favor of WDLC WTSX. Try to catch a little of the outfield practice or infield practice here.
Paul Lester, just to remind you, it's time for you to do a radio remote. Paul Lester, time for you to do a radio remote. Check in with the station.
There's Stan Cohen on the mound for the Tri-State Gazette.
Reminder tonight that the Fun and Games for the Chris Morgan Fund, and we have a donation bucket here at the refreshment stand, and the proceeds tonight, which are being donated.
Good shot of Stan. Works in production at the Tri-State Gazette. Maybe you've seen him on our Ghost Stories programs that we videotape at Halloween and show. Terrific storyteller, Stan Cohen.
WDLC, WTSX.
Yeah, we were there Wednesday. I went with a couple friends. That was the day for it. Because it was not nice. Like, I went there to meet my sister. She works at a day camp and they were up there. And like, it's $19 to get in. And like,
Quick scan of the fielders here before the inning starts.
Once again, pitcher being confused by Blair.
Oh, line drive. We missed the hit, but we pick it up here. No throw, and that base runner safe at first on an error.
Coming up, a guy who set all kinds of records in Port Jervis Little League. The first record he played in the Port Jervis Little League till he was 22 is Fred Harding.
Fred, I think, is one of the ringers here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, was that a double play? Great catch by the first baseman there, but it looks like the man got back in time before they could force him off the bag.
Batting order, catcher Glenn Williams.
And here's Glenn Williams for WDLC. Man on first, 1 out here in the top of the second. Scores 1-0 in favor of the Radio Rockets. It's about as wide of an angle as we can get with the shot where we are, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could get the pitcher and the catcher together, but
2-0.
looks like the batter has Stan Cohen, the pitcher, a little intimidated, not giving him much to hit.
And we have a backup player for the pitcher, please.
Out at second, safe at first. Tried for the double play, but Glenn Williams forces a man at second base. That's 2 outs now. Here in the top of the second inning.
Barry Lewis. Michelle Bailey, who walked in the first inning and went on to score the first run, now up again.
Next batter, Michelle Bailey. Fair ball.
His first base is a fair ball. Glenn Williams tries for third as the throw comes in. He's out. Overruns third.
Joe Riccardi right there to make the call.
And the score is still 4-0.
I didn't know Joe could get down the bases that fast.
Gazette will be Bob Brennan, Stan Onyaki.
Nice guys, nice guys. Nice.
That takes us to the bottom of the second. I understand that Bob Brennan and Stan Hajnaki will be the first 2 batters for the Tri-State Gazette.
Nice. Right. Okay, 4, 5, 6.
I think that play really seemed to perk up the Tri-State Gazette a little bit. You can tell in the dugout that they're pretty happy with their performance so far on defense. Mr. Brennan on deck, and there's Stan Hajnaki in the hole. Stan, how many ringers did you guys bring in for this?
Everybody's on the payroll.
Everybody's on the payroll. No ringers in the group.
No, we're just paying the players, that's all.
Oh, overtime. Stan's the editor for the Tri-State Gazette.
Yeah, they were good. You're not going to do them again? I thought this would be a traditional thing.
I want to, like, squeeze you out.
Yeah, he's good.
Monty, you're whispering in your ear.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate enough this evening to have with us Skippy DeLeon, who has worked for the Tri-State Gazette, right, Skip?
Yeah, one time I did.
You worked in the capacity of sports editor.
Yeah, for about 2.5 years.
And I understand that you're going to do the color commentary for us tonight to free me up to do a little camera work. Is that right?
I'll give it a shot.
And you're welcome to bring anybody over if you'd like a co-host.
Okay, I may have to go for one later. But...
Okay, I'll hand you the mic, and the rest is up to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Skippy DeLeon doing color.
Okay, I got to do this, huh? Here we are at Matamoros Airport Park. Yeah, that's what it's called. And the score is 4-0 WDLC TSX over the Tri-State Gazette in the second inning. This is Stan Honaki. He's the editor of the Gazette. It's a deep drive to center field. It's over everybody's head. It's going to go to the wall. Honaki on his way to second. He's going for 3. Here comes the throw. He's going to go in standing up with a triple. He's rounds third. He's staying. Triple for Stan Honaki. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. The score is WDLC TSX 4, the Tri-State Gazette nothing. Who's this guy up? 4-0. Oh, is it 1? What's the score? Is it 1 or 4?
That looks like 4.
It looks like a 4 to me. I guess it's 4. Who's this guy up? Well, at any rate, ground ball to first base, and he beats it out, and Honaki scores. The score is now 4-1. The Tri-State Gazette gets on the board here in the bottom of the second inning.
That's David Leeds, Skip.
David Leeds?
That's David Leeds, and I hate to, spread these other rumors around.
What?
But, well, we kind of let a little bit easy that first inning. We wanted them to get overconfident. Obviously, it's working.
Obviously, that comes from Barry Lewis of the Gazette team, also the sports editor of the Gazette. David Leeds on first. 1 out. Who's this guy up? Hey, Bear, who's this guy?
That's Rick Weber.
Rick Weber up for the Gazette, takes ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. David Leeds on first base. Pitching for WDLC TSX is Paul Lester, and Weber takes low, ball 2, 2-0.
is on.
I've probably been talking this ball.
Nope.
All right, we're hanging. Oh, plate umpire Joe Riccardi calls it a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on. What's his name? 2 balls, 1 strike on Rick Weber of the Gazette team. And he hits a ground ball to third. Nice play. Throws to second. Out. They get 1. Can't turn 2. There's now 2 outs in the bottom of the second here. Weber beats the throw. Well, no throw to first. Weber beats it out. 2 outs. Rick Weber on first. And the batter is Sue B., the center fielder for the Tri-State Gazette. Sue is a former Port Jervis High School softball player back in the mid-'80s, early to mid-'80s. I want to get out of the way. And she takes, no call. She takes ball 1, 1-0 on Sue B. Takes that one high, 2-0 on B. Lester falling behind here. 2 outs, bottom of the second. WDLC TSX up 4-1. B takes low, ball 3, 3-0. So probably get the automatic take sign from third base coach Oliver Maxson. He's just standing there with his hands behind his back. Evidently that's the take sign. Stand with your hands behind your back. Oh, don't want to steal signs on anybody. She takes high, ball 4. Sue B walks. Weber goes down to second base. The Gazette with runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And the batter is Barbara Corso. She's a part-time sports reporter for the Gazette, doing her second turn with the newspaper. She's talking to, she's talking to catcher Glenn Williams or umpire Joe Riccardi. I think she wants Joe to dust off the plate, which he obliges. And she's all set to go with a smile and a swing. She swings at the first pitch and misses. Strike 1. Lester really threw the heater at her that time. He gives a little grin.
Yeah, they do. Can't hide.
2 runners on base for Corso here with 2 outs, trying to pick up a couple RBIs. She takes low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Barbara Corso. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second at Airport Park in this game to benefit the Christopher Morgan Fund. Corso swings again, strike 2, and she yells at, I think she's yelling at Paul Lester, the pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of dust there, Barb. Good swing, but no go. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Corso. 2 down here in the second. And strike 3, swing and a miss. And now she yells at the catcher. Corso not happy as she leaves 2 runners stranded. That does it for the Gazette in the bottom of the inning, but they did pick up a run. The score at the end of 2 full innings, WDLC, WTSX 4, the Tri-State Gazette 1.
Skippy, is there any history to this game? Does this thing go back? Have these guys been challenging each other for a few years here, or what?
Well, I don't think we ever challenged. I think we challenged each other once when I was there back in the mid-'80s, but the game never came off. Of course, we never had a cause like the Christopher Morgan Fund. You know, we were just going to do it for the heck of it.
A little beer game or something.
A lot of beer game. No. No.
So,
oh, go ahead.
So this thing is not based in any kind of grudge at all?
No, unless, I don't know, I understand the first time they played, I think the Gazette beat WDLC, WTSX before the Eddie Feiner King in his Court game. So I think if there's any grudge, I think DLC, TSX came out on fire, obviously scored 4 in the first. They probably want to avenge that earlier loss this year.
Definitely, definitely. Did we get a check on that score? Is it 4?
Yeah, it is 4. It's 4-1. Okay,
the beginning of this, as our viewers know, was a little screwed up. I lost the audio for a second, and we did an interview, and the viewers out there didn't get a chance to hear anything. But I think we have everything together, and I'm going to turn it back to Skippy DeLeon.
Okay. I'm not sure who this is leading off. I don't know a lot of these guys on the WDLC TSX team, so I'll describe him. He's wearing glasses, blue shorts, and a light blue T-shirt that says something. He's taken 2 balls, no strikes. Bob Brennan in to pitch for the Gazette in relief of Stanley Cohen. Foul ball coming our way. Catch it. Oh, God. Ooh, that was close. Almost hit us in the head over here. Maybe somebody better throw us a glove from the audience. Okay, it's tough strike. Here comes all right, we've got a glove. Good job. Wait, no, I think you'll need this for foul balls. Come down here and protect me, though, when it comes this way. 2 balls, 1 strike. Make it 3 balls, 1 strike. We just missed a pitch while we were talking with the audience. That's okay. Low, ball 4, and Bob Brennan in relief of Stanley Cohen here in the 3rd walks the first batter he faces. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. Who was this guy? I'll figure it out. Okay, we just had a lineup here for WDLC TSX, but I'm not sure where that first guy was up. So, second guy comes up, calls time, he sets in there. Trying to listen. They're calling him Brian. Evidently, this is, who's named Brian Broking, I think it is, the left fielder for WDLC TSX. He's also their cleanup hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike on Brian. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's Greg Colvin back at first base with nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. DLC TSX up 4-1. And Broking hits a ground ball. Stan Honaki picks up at 3rd. The second bad throw over Barry Lewis's head into right field. Colvin back on his way to 3rd. And the ball's picked up in right field by Stan Cohen, who runs it in. Colvin back winds up on 3rd. Broking stays at 1st. So on the slow roller in the air, WDLC TSX has runners at the corners with nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. And the batter coming up is Greg Veely, the first baseman. High ball 2. I think it was ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss at a high pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Greg Veely. Colvin back at 3rd. Broking on 1st. Nobody out. He hits a high pitch ground ball through the hole into right field for a hit. Colvin back's going to score. Broking on his way to 3rd. Cohen picks up and right throws. And not in time. So Greg Colvenbach scores on the hit by Greg Veely. Brian Broking goes to 3rd, Veely at 1st, and DLC TSX leads 5-1, still with runners on the corners, nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. And the batter coming up is Dan, Dan Wiedbrock. He hits a